Okay, so let us continue with these Python commands which start from is. Okay. So is num. So there is one thing to note here. Any command that starts with is, okay, any function that starts with is, its output is going to be true or false always, because this is like as it is asking a question: is the input of the following form yes or no, true or false, correct or incorrect? That is the idea. Okay, so the output value will always be either a true or a false whenever the command starts with is. This is something that you should understand. Okay, so is num tells you whether in the given string, everything in the given string is either is alphanumeric or not. What does that mean, alphanumeric? Either alphabets or numbers, nothing else. So it could be small letters, capital letters, it could be digits 0 to 9, but nothing else. Okay, alphanumeric means just alphabets or letters, alphabets or numbers. So let us try that. So is num, but then save it in string and then write str dot is num. Instead, I'll just try to do it in short form. Short form is num. Let's see if this works. BC, this should be true. Well, no. Okay, it doesn't work. So let us do it the way we did before. str is equal to something. So we'll do ABC. str dot is num. It returns true because ABC is alphanumeric. What if I change this to A B1 2 F4 5 something, and str dot again true. Changes further. A2GF percentage 23. You see, percentage is not a digit or an alphabet, right? So this returns false because it has a percentage sign, which is not neither an alphabet nor a number. It is not alphanumeric. Okay. Similarly, let's give alphanumeric 3.3 or 3.1415 value of pi. It returns false. This is a decimal number, but that's the point. It's a decimal number. It's not a digit. Every element of the string is not a digit. As I mentioned last time, the string is supposed to be thought of as an array or a sequence of characters, right? So at the second position of the string, the character is a dot. It's a full stop. That full stop is neither an alphabet nor a number. So as a string, this is not an alphanumeric string. As a number, you might think this is a decimal number. It's double. Its type is double or float, right? Sometimes people use float, sometimes people use double. They are both the same thing. But as a string, this is not a sequence of characters where every character is either an alphabet or a number, because dot is neither alphabet nor number. So the output is false. So I hope you got an idea. Let me do one more example of this and we'll move on to the next one. Other expressions, 3 plus 3. This will not evaluate to 6. It's not a number. Again, false, because plus is not a character. Plus is not a alphabet or okay. So that is the idea. And now you have other variants. So is alpha returns true, all characters are alphabet. So now I ask is alpha, this will return false because there is 2, 2, 3 coming here. These are numbers but not alphabets. But the earlier out input that we give ABC. Sorry. Str dot is alpha. That will return true because now the string is just ABC. Okay. Similarly, capital will also work. So ABC, that's again true. Okay. Okay. Then we have is ASCII. Is ASCII is pretty easy because it just says, we just saw this ASCII table, right? All these elements. Whatever you entered, does it have an ASCII code or not? Corresponding to it, is there an ASCII code to it or not? That is all it is asking. Now, there are other characters which sometimes do not have ASCII code, which are present in the keyboard, but we will not use that. Our interest is only ASCII coded character. Okay? So we don't need to look at is ASCII as a function. For us, anything that we give as input for is ASCII is going to be true. The output is going to be true. Okay? Is decimal is now what? You should check when we give the other kind of output. So str equal to, now I say 3.3. Now you can ask, is decimal false? Okay. So let's check what is decimal. Okay. So this does not give us true value because now if you look at this example, the element entered here is not even the number. It is something called a Unicode. Unicode is like ASCII, but it's a different way of representing elements. Okay. So we looked at ASCII values for many of these things. Now we are looking at Unicode values for many of these things. Okay. That is where we will check whether it is decimal or not. This is again something we will not look at. Okay. Because we want to keep things simple and only bother about normal or usual representations. So Unicode is something we will not look at. Let's continue. Each digit once again probably works with Unicode. Well, not with Unicode. Okay. So in this case, it is nice. Just like we were checking is alpha for alphabet, each digit will be for digits. So let's try that. So str is equal to 1, 2, 3. These are digits. So you can ask is digit returns true. Okay. Now if you change it to 3.3, it should be false because 3.3 has that dot. It's a decimal number. You can also change this to A, B, C. Is it a digit? No. Okay. So digit means every character should be just a digit, 0 to 9. Nothing else. In other words, integers. Okay. That's what it is. Identifier is something we are not going to do. It is lower. So just like we converted strings to lowercase, uppercase, then capitalizing, right? Similarly, now this will take the input string and tell you whether all of this is true or not. Is the given string in all in lowercase, uppercase, etc. etc. Okay. So we have is lower. So let's say now the string is A, B, C, D, E, F. All are in lowercase. You can ask, is it is lower? Answer will be true. But if I change this to, it will be false. Okay, because this is false. Once more, if I give A, B, C, D, E, F space, what happens? True, because space is neither lowercase nor uppercase, so it doesn't care. Okay. Similarly, you have is upper also. So is upper is also easy to check. So if you give this with A capital, everything that's small, is upper will give me false because everything should be in uppercase. Now if I change this to A, B, C, D, E, F, then it gives me true. This upper is true. Okay. Everything should be in uppercase. Once again, if I change this to A, B, C, D, E, F, all in caps, and then I leave a space, again it gives me true. Because space is neither uppercase nor lowercase, it will take true value all the time. All the time. Okay. So that is lower is upper. And now is numeric. So numeric, let us check whether it is only digits or decimals. So is numeric, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is numeric should give me true. But if I change this to 3.12, it doesn't. Okay. So once again, is numeric is the same as is digit. Okay, it will always give me true for integers. I have is printable. Okay, are these characters printable? But we are only dealing with characters which are always printable. So we are printing the output, right? So we don't care about it. So is printable is always going to be true for us. Okay. Is space. It returns true if all the characters are white spaces. White space means just space. Okay. They call it white space sometimes. So string, if I leave it as a single space, and then if I ask is space, it returns true. I can leave a long space, set of spaces. This is my string. Okay, the string ends here. A space, again true. But if I leave a long space, then a one, leave a long space and then some a, it's a long string. A space, false, because there is this one and a which is not a space. Then is title. That was the last thing. When you remember title, it means given a string, it will capitalize the first alphabet of every word. That was titling. That is how you were using the function title. Now it will just check whether the string is of that form or not. So if I say I study in the college, it will return false. But if I change this to I capital S study capital I in capital C for college, it returns true because the first alphabet of every word is capital is type. Okay. What happens if I change the whole thing to caps, uppercase completely? In, it gives me false, right? Because it's not of the form where first letter is capital and all other letters are small. That is also important. Okay. First letter should be capital and all other letters should be small. Then it is title. Otherwise, it's not. Okay. That's why again, if you give all capital, again it will be false. All right. So that is it about the commands that start with is, and that is it. So this completes whatever we had to see about Python string methods. Okay. So I'll stop here.